Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. You're all super duper delicious and super duper wonderful, okay? And I hope that you're having the most super duper time wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, okay? You too, much love, okay? And I hope that you too are having a super duper delicious time wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls, okay? Because you're also very, very beautiful to me, so thank you for all of your support, okay? Now then, 3, 2, 1, beam me up, Scotty. Okay, ooh, that's right. Okay, so I'm sending out a little video today before I start my quick reads, okay? Now then, there's just some things I'd like to talk about. So I'd like you, if you could please, for my delicious and wonderful little babies out there, okay? If you'd be able to take a look at some of, what I've wrote down, okay? So the first one, everybody, please, if you could take a look, okay? I mean, obviously, if you cannot, then you cannot, my delicious little babies, but please, if you can, please take a look. So the first one is called sausage, as in pork sausages, okay? Now then, equals toxic, okay, masculinity, okay? So it's sausage equals toxic masculinity, okay? Now, this gentleman, when you look underneath, okay, it should say, okay, Hugo talks, okay? Now, I've said before on one of my other videos, which is, months back now, there we go. It's quite a while back anyway, everybody, okay? Well, I actually like this Hugo, not in that way, everybody, okay? But I like the way that he comes across, okay? Very simple. Do you see what I mean? Because you see, in life, really, we should all be able to do simple things and live in a simple way. Do you understand what I mean? Without anything, let's just say, obstructing. Okay? We should be able to live in peace, love, harmony and happiness. Everybody in the world should have that right to do that. So yes, I'll mention that, again, because it's obviously just different wording. So if you could please take a look. I mean, it's very interesting to listen to this particular video, actually. And you can listen to other videos of Hugo Talks. Do you understand what I mean? Because, I mean, he's just great the way he comes across. God bless him. So the other three now that I'm going to mention, everybody, is on TikTok, okay? TikTok, okay? So the first one, now, the reason why I'm sending this video out, yes, is to explain that these three videos here on TikTok, okay, for who is speaking, yes, very kindly, actually makes things very simple. There we go. Very simple to understand, everybody. So that was not an insult or a patronism or anything, okay? I'm just saying it is explained in simple terms, okay? So the first one that you'd need to look for on TikTok is called Free, then a space bar, man, okay? So Free Man, and that's on TikTok, okay? Then the second one is called the umbrella look, okay? So it's all one, so it's 3 words, all, jammed into one, okay? The umbrella look, okay? And again, on TikTok. And finally, and this is just sort of final information I'm giving out today, amongst other things, the final one is Ricky, okay, Ricky with a Y, Ricky Golding. Now again, 2 words jammed into one, okay? Ricky Golding 7, as in number 7, okay, everybody? So it's, you know, all together, Ricky Golding 7, okay? So if you could please take a look for me, my delicious little babies. You know, everything, there we go. Everything is explained in simple terms. Do you see what I mean? Very easy for everybody to understand. For those of you, God bless your beautiful dear souls, my delicious little babies, who, for whatever reason, either cannot research or, there we go, or do any research, okay? So I'm just trying to give out information here, everybody. Do you see what I mean? So I just need to tick these off, so please bear with me, my delicious babies. And thank you, please, and thank you. So that's that, so I can close my book now. So, yes, there's a few things that I'd like to mention, okay? So the first thing is, okay, so I had a very busy day yesterday, okay, doing things, yes. Now, what happened was, on the evening, I thought, right, I'm going to get a taxi and, you know, nip down road, okay, and get what I wanted to get, and then come back again, okay. And what happened was, everybody, is that when I called my taxi company, okay, and I wanted to make sure, because, you know, I know that YouTube will not allow me to delete my videos. So, you know, this is my only way of saying it, really, okay? So for the first time ever, now bear in mind that I get along, there we go, very well with the taxi drivers, never an issue at all, not with the operators, you know, the taxi operators. Oh, and I forgot to mention that when I was, I forgot everybody to mention this, that when I was 16, I was actually a phone operator for a taxi firm, actually. There we are, and I forgot to mention that to you all as well, okay? So I know what it's like, and I know that it can get very busy and everything else. But getting back to the matter in hand now. So what happened is that I said, could I have a taxi, please? And so, of course, you know, they ask you, you know, what is your address? So I gave them my address, the gentleman on the other end of the line, okay? And he said, can you hold on a minute, please? And I thought, well, what am I holding on for? Do you see what I mean? I thought it's simple things. I just wanted to get a taxi. Do you know what I mean? That's why I called them in the first place. Everybody. So, you know, I said to him, I said, can you please explain to me, elaborate on why you're asking me to wait? It should be just a simple thing. Just give your name and address, where you're going. Do you see what I mean? Job done. Yes? So, you know, after, I'd say about a minute and a half, I'd say, okay? So, I mean, I wasn't counting. Do you see what I mean? He said, okay, says, well, where are you going? Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Yes? So then, so I did that, came back, and it was, because at this point, everybody, it was dark, okay? So in my back garden, up above, in the sky, right, in the sky, right, there was it looks like a little plane. It's really hard for me to explain. And this plane had, you know, those two, it's really hard for me to explain to everybody. Anyway, up in the sky, right, in perfect view, I felt, everybody, for me to see. Then what it then did was, as soon as I, you know, unlocked my door and came back in, it went. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So I just thought I'd mention that, okay? Now, by the way, as well, yesterday, well, it was rather a busy day anyway. Planes going over like nobody's business. Vroom, 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 vroom. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Oh, by the way, I've just forgot to mention the weather. In my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, it's cloudy and it's rather chilly. And I've actually felt the need to put my heating on, everybody. And we're in September. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, I thought I'd mention that as well, everybody. Okay? Now, the next thing I'd like to mention, yes, is, I'm not going to mention a name. No, I'm not, okay? Because, well, I'm just not on this particular occasion. Do you understand what I mean? But I don't know if anybody out there's heard the old-fashioned saying. You know, when, how can I put it? When somebody jumps ship. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? I mean, I'm sort of probably talking in a bit of, there we go, Morse code here, what I'm saying. But I heard a video this morning, only a short video. Got nothing against this gentleman, nothing at all. I do not know him from Adam. Do you see what I mean? But, you know, it seems at the moment, and I'm going to mention this again. Now, this is about the third time I've done it's the third time I've done this now. Well, at the end of the day, our dear Alex Belfield, there we go, right, he's been mentioned again. Do you see what I mean? Now, you know, I mean, I do see where this gentleman was coming from with what he said, because it was only a short video, everybody. So I do see where he was coming from, yes. I mean, I'm not going to say who he is, okay? So I could see parts of what he was saying. But to me, everybody, my delicious little babies out there, and you're also very kind to even take the time to listen to me, and even if you stumble across me, you know, thank you to you all. Well, to me, right, I mean, and he was saying that, you know, he was grateful, you know, for any help, you know, and things like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But to me, I've seen it as jumping ship. There's an old-fashioned saying, put it this way, right, you know, because what it is, it's like myself. Let me give myself an example, yes? So, over the years, one always sees, okay, so I'm just going to have to put it this way, okay, everybody? So please do forgive me, okay? Over the years, you see who, there we go, before I even say it, you see who your friends are. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? Do you see what I mean? Like, you know, like over the years, I mean, I'm talking, because everybody knows I left home, you know, who knows on my previous videos, you know, when I was young, and, you know, I left home at an early age. I left home at, you know, 15. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And what it is that at the end of the day, right, you know, there were times in my life, you know, you do somebody a favour. Do you see what I mean? And they get to, you know, or say, for example, or you hand out a name. And I'm not talking about anybody, by the way, today, so please do not get me wrong, okay? I'm talking about me and parts of what's going on in my life, sorry, yes? So, for example, you could give somebody a name, you could, you know, hand out a name and things like that. And then there we go. And then they'll start to do really well. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not talking about any of my delicious and wonderful who I'm subscribed to, so I have to make that point abundantly clear, everybody, okay? I'm talking about years back, okay, in my life, yes? But, and sometimes we could say, and there's no old-fashioned saying, me and my old-fashioned sayings, they just roll off my tongue, they do, you know. That one must never forget another's kind service. Do you see what I mean? So it's one thing, you know, saying, oh, I'm grateful and I'm thankful, okay? But it's another thing where you just, it's best just to me, anyway, I'm just speaking as I find, that it's just best just not to say nothing. Do you see what I mean, everybody? And in my own lifetime, I'm going back now decades, you know, where, you know, I've experienced that, where somebody else forgets your kind service. There we go. Do you see what I mean? So to me, I just feel that, really, I mean, how long is this going to go on for? And there we go. And with others, do you understand what I'm saying to you? You know, everybody really should be talking about, I mean, I know I have my odd moments on flipping, you know, on the older flipping YouTube, on my videos. Do you know what I mean? Is everybody flipping knows? Yes. Do you see what I mean? But I just generally just like to have my say, be done with it. There we go. See? Do you see what I mean? I just say what I've got to say, job done, end of. Do you see what I mean? Just move on. There we go. So I just thought I'd mention that, everybody. So, you know, there's a reason why I've said that, okay? So, yes, you know, nothing personal against that gentleman at all. I'm just saying. And really, to be perfectly honest with you, what we should all be doing is lifting the vibration. There we go, lifting the love. Do you understand what I mean? Because what we're trying to do, for those of us, you know, out there, okay, there's some wonderful ladies and gentlemen out there. Do you understand what I mean? They're just trying to lift the vibration. Do you know what I mean? And lift the frequency. Do you see what I mean? Because it just seems to me, right, and I'm just going to have my say, that for some, not for all, it's just too negative. There we go. It's just become too negative. Do you see what I mean? And yes, you know, I was saying myself, you know, I mean, you know, I mean, generally, I'm a happy little bunny. I really, really am, everybody, you know. Do you understand what I mean? And anybody who knows me, knows this of me. Yes, do you see? But occasionally, you know, on occasion, you know, things can get to me. Because, you know, when I look at the world, when I look at how things are, do you understand what I mean? And I look through a different set of glasses. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? And I'm just thinking, and in my mind, I'm thinking and I'm sparing a thought and I'm saying to myself, well, why does it have to be like this? Why? So occasionally, yes, occasionally, everybody, some things do get to me. Because all that anybody really wants, if they're true to their heart, all that anybody ever wants is just to live, there we go, before I even say it, to live in peace, love and harmony. That's all anybody wants to do. And not have the drama and not have the, oh. I mean, yes, we're all on a stage. Yes, we are, and we're all playing a part, you know. But it's just too much, to me, too much drama. And too much going on, yap, yap, yap. Do you understand what, there we go. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, what we should all really be doing, you know, is just laughing more, you know, having more of a laugh. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I mean, I know occasionally it can be rather difficult for some, okay? Because we are in very trying times. And of course there are, you know, an awful lot of, you know, there we go, changes. Do you see what I mean? But we've always still got to find the time to laugh. And they do say, actually, everybody, that, you know, when you laugh, okay, that, you know, it actually helps you to live longer. That's the saying, and I've known that for decades. Yes? Do you see what I mean, everybody? So, yes, I have my odd say, yes. Because occasionally, occasionally, yes, I'm very sensitive. I'm a medium. I'm a clairvoyant. There we go. I'm a, qualified angelic healer. So sometimes I do get a little bit sensitive, everybody. So please do forgive me. I'm never here to hurt or offend. Do you understand what I mean? But sometimes I do get a little bit too sensitive, maybe. Do you know what I mean? But I just do not like to see all this destruction in the world. It's very harmful, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes it does upset me. But then I have to put it aside and I have to say to myself, well, do you understand what I mean? I truly believe in my heart that out of these terrible and awful situations, everybody, everything that we're all experiencing in the world, that good is going, is going to come, because there's an old-fashioned saying, isn't there? Out of anything bad, good comes. Yes, I'm all cold all here, and yet my room's warm. Do you see what I mean? So I just thought I'd mention that. Now then, and finally, what I'd like to say. Now, you see, I've known this for months and months and months, everybody, okay? Because, well, they're talking about, there's certain shops that, supermarkets that are sort of limiting, to what their customers can buy. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, there's a number. But of course, and the other thing I just want to say, sorry, it's just come into my mind, everybody, right? Is that, yes, I mean, they're getting more and more of these, what are they called? Where you, it's a self-service. Do you understand what I mean? So you just go and take stuff and, and do all that, yes? Well, they've been introducing that long time, haven't they? Do you see what I mean, everybody? And then, of course, so they're saying about this, but you see, months and months and months ago, because I was using a particular supermarket myself, okay? And, well, they were doing it with that supermarket. I'm not going to mention what name it is, everybody, right? But they were doing that months and months and months, there we go, months and months and months ago. Do you see what I mean, everybody? So, and I mean, my dear Nana, I love you, dear Nana, dear Grandad, I love you both. So beautiful and delicious. Good afternoon, my little darlings. Okay? Well, many, many, many years ago, right, everybody, and I am going back an awful long time, decades, yes? I am, yes? Well, you see, my dear Nana, because she used to do everything from scratch. Do you understand what I mean? It was only when, God bless her beautiful dear soul, when the Alzheimer's and the dementia sadly took hold of her, right? And it's really not very nice to see. And I did care work for on and off for over 20 years, and it's really not very nice to see at all, okay? It's a terrible thing to happen to anybody, okay? It's very upsetting. Very upsetting, right? Now, she used to say, but she used to tell me a long time, she used to say, because she always made sure she had good quality, yes, good quality food all the time. But I always remember, and I never forget what she said to me. And that's from when I was way, way younger. And she used to say, Mia, always, she said, for whatever struggle, whatever happened in my lifetime, yes, she said, always make sure, she said, you just buy a few things here, a few things there we go, and you just keep it stocked up. Do you understand what I mean? So that, say, for example, if a sudden bill, there we go, if a sudden bill or something came in, do you see what I'm saying to you? That you've got enough food to carry you through. Do you see what I'm saying? So something's making me say this today as well. Do you see, everybody? I mean, you've got some delicious little babies out there. They like to shop day to day, you know, and then sometimes you'll have like the elderly, God bless them for some of them. Yes, God bless their dear souls. They're so beautiful, aren't they? And delicious, the elderly, full of wisdom, aren't they? Bless them, yes. And what it is that, you know, some of them just, God bless them, just like to take a little walk to the shops, you know, day to day. And I've known over the years, many who have done that just so that they can go and have a little walk. Do you see what I mean? Then you've got others who buy in bulk. Now, my dear Nana, God rest a beautiful dear soul, and my beautiful dear granddad, they're so beautiful, you know, I will forever love them, you know, with all my heart, you know, excellent role models. Do you understand what I mean, everybody? Okay? Well, of course, they used to buy in bulk, you see, so what I do the same. Do you see what I mean? It's like I do not, you know, want to find that, you know, I mean, okay, occasionally you'll run out of something, you know what I mean, and you'll have to go back to a shop or something, yes, but I like to have everything rocking and rolling. Do you see what I mean? Now, I know that I've got this and I know that I've got that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So I just thought I'd just mention that, everybody. Do you see what I mean? So when certain supermarkets are doing this, everybody, well, you just have to play it a different way. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes, you just have to play it a different way. But, you know, but like I say, sometimes, and I'm going to repeat this again, I said this on another one of my videos I did, that sometimes, okay, it's what we call like a toilet roll moment. You know what I mean? I don't know if you all remember, you know, months and months and months ago when you know, it was actually shown. I've seen it on YouTube and other, you know, and BitChute and, you know, different sites like that. But where they're actually arguing over toilet roll. So I thought, well, what's all that about? And then we had to use the common sense side where, you blow your nose and things like that, or, you know, you may need to go to the toilet or something like that, you know what I mean? So, but then it later turned out, everybody, that, well, the warehouses were full to the brim of toilet rolls. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? So all that I'm saying is when they're talking about suppliers and struggling with that, well, sometimes instead of looking inside the box, look outside the box. Do you see what I mean? That's all I'm saying to some of my delicious and wonderful little babies, you know, because you're all so super duper intelligent. There we go. You're all so super duper intelligent and clever, okay? And, you know, in life, you know, you're always going to get somebody else who comes along, you know, to belittle somebody else. Do you understand what I mean? But you just rise above it, you just take no notice. Do you see what I mean? So I just thought I'd mention that. And if you know somebody who, you know, just for you to explain to them, do you understand what I'm saying to you? I mean, in America, just before I go, that's just something else that's just come into my mind. In America, they've been doing this, some, not all, have been doing it for years, and they get things what's called... what do they call them? Coupons, sorry. You know, these coupons, so it means that when they, you know, we go shopping, okay, for some, not all, you know, but some kept all of their coupons. Do you see what I mean? And then you get so much off your shopping. And I mean, I seen it where some of them had flipping garages and garages flipping ram-packed full. I mean, you're talking serious there, everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like a full garage that you can fit a car in, flipping filled to the brim with everything. But we do not really get that in the old UK, really. You don't really get, not like in America how that was, no. You don't get it, nothing like that, no. No. Because if that was the case, then if you think about this logically, then everybody would be going out and doing that, wouldn't they? That's just my thoughts. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so that's the end of the video, everybody. So I hope that I haven't bored you, okay? It's just, I just wanted to say a few things, okay? So I'm not here to offend, to upset, or do anything to anybody, okay? That's not my intention at the end of the day, right? I just want to live in peace, love, harmony and happiness just like anybody else does, okay? And then when I finish my delicious little video, to all of my delicious little babies out there who are so very kind to even subscribe to me, and if you happen to stumble across me and, you know, you enjoy my videos, please, if you could subscribe, and if you liked my video today, if you could please click on the like. And thank you, yes. So, you know, I just believe that when we're born, you know, with all of us, I believe we've all got something to bring to the world. There we go. You know, so that we can have positive change. Do you see what I mean? Less of the negativity and more of the positivity. Do you see? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, really. So the sun has now started to shine. So what do we sing? The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. Right, and then, of course, when I've done my quick reads, I've just got the other half that I need to weed. Okay? So on that note, my delicious little babies, until my next video, okay? Much love. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.